Hare Krishna. Many times this question is asked, why there is suffering in the life of devotees? Why God allows suffering to happen for His devotees? Why He doesn't help them? It's a very good question, but we have to understand, when somebody come in the process of bhakti, are we expecting there will be no more misery, there will be no more suffering in life? We cannot fall down and get hurt. Our leg may not break, we may not fall sick, and we will never die. This material world is designed like that. It is the place of suffering. This is called Dukkhalaya. It is a place of suffering, and suffering is going to come. Even if we want or don't want, nobody is left out from suffering. Even though somebody is perfectly alright, but these three types of miseries are always there. The miseries caused by our own body and mind, miseries caused by our living entities, and miseries caused by higher nature. What does the protection of God really mean? Protection of God is not just at a physical level. Protection of God is physical level, emotional level, and most importantly spiritual level. So when there is suffering in the life of devotee, we should not get bewildered just looking at the physical level, because God is there to provide emotional support, and apart from physical support, it's a spiritual support. For example, people say in the life of Pandavas, in the life of many other great devotees like Prahlad Maharaj, we see there was so much misery. So actually, the reason when this misery is given in the life of devotee, Lord has multiple tasks to fulfill. One is, Lord is setting an example for the whole world. See, if these devotees can continue on the process of bhakti, even though there is so much problem in life, then what is our excuse? Prahlad Maharaj, we know he was given so much tortures. He was thrown from the cliff. He was fed poison. He was put under the feet of the elephant. He was thrown in the pit of snakes. So many troubles were given to Prahlad, but still he did not leave bhakti. He continued on the process of bhakti. He had full faith in the protection of the Lord. So if devotees with so many troubles, they can continue, what is our excuse? Do we have that many problems really in our life? Is somebody feeding us poison, throwing us from the cliff, putting us under the feet of elephant, throwing us in the snake pit? What is our excuse? So God is setting an example for the world. Another reason is, God is making those things to glorify His devotees. He is such a wonderful devotee. He is so fixed in determination to continue on the process of bhakti. To glorify His devotees, sometimes as a test, there is problem in the life of devotee. And the third reason is, sometimes, yes, as a devotee, we have become a devotee, we are progressing on the path of bhakti, but still we have our previous karmic reaction coming up. There is a still leftover contamination there. To clear that leftover tinge of contamination, sometimes there is misery in the life. And also, Lord give misery sometime in the life of devotee to bring in more dependence on Lord, to attract the devotee towards Himself. So we become more dependent on Krishna. We can see in the life of these wonderful devotees, Vasudeva and Devaki, Yashoda, Nanda Maharaj, all the Brajabasis, the Pandavas, Kunti Maharani, Draupadi. Whenever there is any problem, they remember Krishna. They call out to Krishna, Hey Krishna, Hey Govinda. So to increase the dependence on Him, to increase their love for Him, sometimes there is misery. And moreover, Lord has bigger plan to fulfill sometime. Why there is misery? People quote the example of why Krishna did not save His devotees. Why so many Hindus are killed or devotees are killed, quoting the example of Bangladesh. Why God did not save them? But can we really say God did not save them? Because we are looking only at the physical level. We are not looking at the emotional level and spiritual level. God has taken them from that condition and taken them somewhere else in a better situation of life. Maybe He has taken them back to the spiritual world. But when there is a misery to a particular set of people, God is fulfilling a bigger purpose. If one incident happened, some problem happened in the life of some devotee, yes, they had to go through misery, but Krishna has given them bigger reward, and through their misery, He has awakened up the whole world. All the Hindus, the devotees, they have become more aware of the upcoming threat. So they are becoming more awakened towards this sort of threat and how to handle those situations. So to wake up the whole world, sometimes the Lord has to bring in that kind of situation. So there are multiple things. This is a complex puzzle we have to understand. We cannot understand Krishna's plan with our limited intelligence. All we have to say is, we have to say, my Lord, please give me the right understanding, the right intelligence with which I can stay calm under all these turbulent situations and I can keep my faith and progress in this path of bhakti. So we have to understand this whole plan. We cannot say, when all the problems in my life will be solved, then I will progress on the path of bhakti, then I will continue on the path of bhakti. We cannot wait for that time. It is like you go to the beach, you are standing on the beach shore and waiting for all the waves in the ocean to settle down. When all the waves settle down, then I will put my feet in the water. If you just wait like that, you will keep standing there. So same way, the problems, the miseries in life, they will there. But bhakti, it provides us the comfort. It gives us the emotional balance to deal with those situations of life. So God has a bigger plan, bigger picture. We have to align with the plans of the God. We have to live in harmony with the plans of the God. Hare Krishna.